Hey everyone, this is Neil here on the EndlessPens channel, and what I'm here to talk to you about today is a new Endless exclusive. This collaboration is very different from any previous Endless exclusive they've done. They actually reached out to me in the middle of last year and asked me if I wanted to maybe come up with a theme or design for their newest exclusive. Of course I jumped at the opportunity, but I did ask them if I could do one thing different here. All of their previous have been with brands they carry, everything like that. What I wanted to do was to get a new brand, one they've never worked with, one I've never worked with, one I've never even owned, to be honest with you, until now. And they said yes. So what I get to show you today is a pen from Franklin-Christoph. If you're not familiar with Franklin-Christoph, this is a brand that's been around for quite a long time, and they're one of the biggest, established American bespoke brands. They make a bunch of products. They're definitely known for their nibs, and they've done a ton of collaborations in the past with different brands. So I really wanted to kind of be a part of that too, or at least join the excitement that everybody else was experiencing. So what comes in the box? First off, you have a pen case. These are a nice plush leather pen case that comes with every single pen, and it is branded Franklin-Christoph on the front. Inside of that, we have the pen. There's a lot of models and brands that kind of look samey and similar to each other, but this specific model out of their line stood out to me. It just looked different from so many other things. It has flat finials on both sides. The top one is branded with the FC logo, and the bottom one has a 46 because that's the model. There are slight tapers on both ends of this pen, and then on the side here of the cap, it's actually engraved with an EndlessPens logo. That was actually a detail I personally asked to include just because I wanted something to really call back to Endless, not just be a colorway. It needs to have a little bit more, so that's why we did that. As for the colorway, if you can't already tell, the resin here is pretty dang unique. There's a multitude of colors on here, but the one that stands out the most to me is the blue. I haven't done a blue pen yet, so I thought if I was gonna do an exclusive or something different, we gotta do something blue. And I wanna give a huge shout out to Nick from pensbypasquale. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. This is the first time me or Endless have worked with him on material, and I think he nailed exactly what I was wanting. I don't want to get too sentimental here, but I will share briefly about the theming of this pen. I lived with my grandma for a few years when I was a teenager, and I always remember getting off of school and walking home to the house and seeing those flowers, her garden. It was a small thing, but she always loved doing that, and it just meant a lot to her. And it's important to me to share a part of my story every time I do a collaboration, things that inspire me, things that I look up to. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. So I had to do something as a small call out to my grandma. Shout out to you. So this pen is called Hydrangea Nights, and all of the colors on here are really inspired by the colors of my grandma's flowers. So that's exciting for me. And then one final detail for this model, there's 4 bands right here that I think, again, just make it stand out and look so different from everything else. It's a small detail, but I really like how that looks. The pen uncaps in half a rotation. I love that. I like quick threading and unthreading. I really enjoy that. So nice feature there. Something unique about this model from probably every other pen I own is where the threads are on this pen. They're actually on the end of the grip. I think that's super unique. I've not seen that before, and if there are other ones, let me know, but this is the first time I've seen it, and that's just another reason this model stood out to me. And then for your final detail on here, the nib is branded with the Franklin-Christoph logo. One thing I have to call Franklin-Christoph out for, in a good way, is that they offer a lifetime warranty with all their pens. I just think that's super commendable, and it just shows that a company stands by the product they're making. But it's also just something that aligns with my values as well. So again, getting to know that from them and learning that from them, and as I've had conversations with them, I really think this brand is something that I personally can admit I have slept on, and I'm glad to see an exclusive come out with them. The overall writing experience has been smooth for me. I am using a fine nib here. Notably, Franklin-Christoph says it on their site, but they also said it to me. They tune all their nibs in-house. So they make sure, again, to stand by the product they're putting out in the world, and I just think that's a great message. Oh, for those curious about the ink I used here, this is the Ube Truffle ink that EndlessPens did in collaboration with their IG broadcast. If you're not a part of that, get in there. I tried myself to get my name chosen for the ink. I did not win, but either way, it's a very cool thing they do with the community. So either way, I highly recommend you go check that out. But that's everything for me. Thank you, EndlessPens, for hitting me up to do this. And thank you to Franklin-Christoph for being willing to do a project with a company they've never worked with. Super excited, and I just can't wait for you all to get one in your own hands. Thank you.